What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel, John Ventures. On this episode, we are headed back to Tanay, Rizal to do Mt Daraitan along with my two girl cousins. Mt Daraitan is known for its challenging steep climbs, lushful forests, and access to Tinakpak River. There is a viewpoint on Mt Daraitan called Heart Peak, where is a heart-shaped deck made out of sturdy bamboo, which is very IG and social media famous. The tour company I went with was Team G Travels and Tours LLC. Total package was 1,300 Philippine pesos per head. It includes transportation, registration, and guide fees. Go follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Me and my cousins were joiners on this hike. My cousins got picked up in Manila and I got picked up in Antipolo. We arrived at Barangay Daraitan earlier than expected at 2:30 a.m. So me and my two cousins, Pro and AJ, were just hanging out. Hi guys, welcome to my vlog about my two cousins. Me and my cousins and other hikers were waiting for an hour at some resident's house. There were snacks, coffee, and other refreshments. At around 3:30 a.m., we made our way out to the sign-up sheet booth and orientation. We left around 4:30 a.m. to start the hike. We are starting our way up. The first part of the hike is going through a neighborhood. I didn't catch anything on video, but there are a lot of toads jumping around. After a short ascent, we ran into a shack to take a water break. Once we resumed hiking, we gained elevation and steepness really quick, and the higher we got, the surface got muddier and slippery, which made it very challenging. At this point, I already knew this was going to be a messy hike. Unfortunately, I could not get any hiking footage or to vlog on the way because I was too focused on the ascent up, trying to prevent from slipping, falling, or getting my equipment dirty. There are 3 rest point areas on the way up and also a couple rope sections and ladders we scrambled to. We did not make it to the top on time for sunrise, but at least we had some karaoke entertainment by our tour guide. After 3 hours of hiking, scrambling, and climbing, we finally made it to the top of Mt Daraitan. Yep. Dito na tayo. This was the first section of the summit. There's a rock formation, but there were a lot of trees, bushes, and shrubs blocking the view. The tour guide did mention there's a second section of the summit which has better views. We finally made it out to the second section, which offers amazing scenic views of the Sea of Clouds hovering over the mountains of Tanay, Valley of Daraitan, and Tinakpak River. There was also a couple platforms to go on top to take Instagram and social media worthy photos. Shout out to the tour guide for being a human drone, catching footage of me on top of this rock formation with epic views. And of course, us hikers wanted to give you watchers a warm welcome at Mt Daraitan. After the second section of the summit, we made our way to the famous Heart Peak. So more ropes, mud, and slippery rocks for us to hike on. How fun! After 1.5 hours of hiking, we made it to a hut to rest where they were selling some snacks. I am amazed how common it is to have a tindahan or a Filipino store on the middle of a hiking trail in the Philippines. There was also a shack next to a tindahan that's just built with sticks with a view. It was pretty interesting. This cat came by me while I was resting and I was hungry, so I ended up eating him. I'm just joking. And just 5 minutes away from the hut and tindahan store, we made it to Heart Peak. For all you brothers, this is a perfect place to propose to your girlfriend. The views on Heart Peak was amazing. What is also amazing is how they designed this Heart Peak made out of bamboo sticks. Great creative idea. The weather cleared up and you can see a great view of the mountains of Tanay and the flow of Tinakpak River. This view reminds me of Horseshoe Bend in Page, Arizona in America. After Heart Peak, we made our way back down and it wasn't easy. My knees were hurting for sure. We finally made it down. The muddy, slippery, and wet terrain took a lot of my energy, especially going back down, but I'm glad we're done. After our hike, we ate at our drop-off point. This is called kumayan, a traditional Filipino practice of eating with hands without using any utensils. Food usually consists with chicken, pork, seafood, and soup laid on banana leaves. It's like a feast. After the feast, we headed out to Tinakpak River to dip into the water. The river was clear, refreshing, and also peaceful. I really enjoyed the scenery and the sound of the river. Well, that's it, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog of Mt Daraitan. Shoots! What's up, guys? Thank you for watching my vlog on Mt Daraitan. I hope it was enjoyable as well as informative, and it gives you an idea of how the hike of Mt Daraitan looks like. My thoughts about Mt Daraitan, in the internet it does say it's a minor hike. It's about, say, 5 miles round trip. I say it's a minor hike, but it's a bit challenging. I don't advise first time hikers to do it, but for beginner and intermediate level hikers it's doable. I say that because going up Mt Daraitan can be very challenging. You gain a lot of elevation and steepness really quick. On the way to the top, it takes about 2.5 to 3 hours, but when you reach the top is worth it. You know, the views are epic, the views are amazing. Not only in the second section where the rock formation is, but where Heart Peak is. On a clear day, or even on a early morning cloudy day, you can see the sea of clouds. You can see the mountains of Tanay and also Tinakpak River. Mt Daraitan can be muddy, slippery, and wet, so I suggest you wear appropriate clothing. Bring gloves, bring a jacket, bring long sleeves, wear jeans, because it's gonna get muddy up there. For you outdoor couples, you know, especially for those who's ready to propose, I think it's a perfect hike. Since there is a Heart Peak deck, it's a perfect way to propose. You know, it's gonna have epic views as well as photos. Again, thank you for watching the vlog on Mt Daraitan. Before you go, don't forget to click and subscribe on my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram, like me and follow me on Facebook. Till next time, for your next adventures, shakas up.